Folks, listen, if I had a quarter for every single time I said, you can't make this stuff up, I'm going to tell you right now, I'd probably have a few $1,000s in the bank, because I'm going to tell you this right now, you can't make this stuff up. So how about this? How about I am looking at an article in the Jerusalem Post, and I guarantee you it is accurate. And the title of the article is Bennett Advises Zelensky to Surrender to Russia. And Zelensky, of course, refuses. Listen to this. And there is some very prophetic significance to this one, especially as it relates to Israel being in cooperation with Russia. It says, Prime Minister Naftali Bennett told Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky that he recommends Ukraine take the offer made by Russian President Vladimir Putin to end the war, which of course includes many Ukrainian sacrifices. And of course, we know that Zelensky did not listen to the advice of Mr. Bennett. This is his exact words, according to the transcript of the call. If I were you, I would think about the lives of my people and take the offer. And he said this, and Zelensky's response was, I hear you, and then went ahead and rejected the offer, right? Pretty amazing when you think about that, because I seem to remember when I read in the book of Ezekiel, particularly in chapter 38, that after God brings the Jews back to their land in complete and total unbelief, that the Jews will eventually be attacked by Russia. Of course, Gog, the leader of Russia, and I keep sounding like a broken record. We talk about Turkey, we talk about Iran, we talk about Libya, we talk about Sudan, we talk about all kinds of other countries that will be participating in this attack. Very likely they will be attacking from the north, maybe the region of Syria. But the bottom line is they're going to be attacking Israel, and the Bible says in Ezekiel chapter 38 that it will be an evil thought in the mind of Gog who initiates this attack and brings this conglomerate of nations against Israel. But here's the fact that is particularly important related to the story that I just read you, and that is the fact that Russia is going to be friendly with Israel. In other words, the attackers that attack Israel is going to be surprised by their attack. Why? Because they are going to be in a secure place and in a very, very sort of, for lack of a better term, peaceful situation with their attackers. Folks, we just read an article right now where we see literally the Prime Minister of Israel begging the President of Ukraine to give up, to surrender, instead of saying, we don't support the attacks by Russia on Ukraine. Folks, we are seeing it happen. I shared a story with you the other day. Again, a very, very significant story in my opinion. I think one that is remarkably significant when you consider it from the perspective of Bible prophecy, where you actually saw yet another situation where Israel literally tipped its hat with respect to its friendliness with Russia. We talked about that situation with them not allowing Ukraine to have their Iron Dome system because they didn't want to offend Russia. Why? Because Russia is their friend and their friendship is growing closer, and eventually Russia is going to turn their back on Israel, and God will be the only one that can save him, and he does indeed save them according to Ezekiel 39. Folks, we're watching this stuff come to play. We are watching the geopolitical shifting taking place. Jesus is coming soon. Don't you dare forget that, folks. It's right around the corner. God bless you.